concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. Yeah. These streets will make you feel brand.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I am so sorry if I sound sick. I was supposed to film this video yesterday evening and I just, like, all of a sudden out of nowhere felt so ill, so I was like, I'll wait till tomorrow morning and hopefully I'll be better. But it's tomorrow morning and I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel that much better, but it was video day and I did not want to miss a posting day, so here I am filming this video. I'll try and keep it as short and sweet so I'm to listen to my sick voice. Basically it's going to be a little bit more of a chatty one today. I've lived here in New York for 3 years already, so crazy, I don't know where the time has gone, and being really honest, every year has been so different. I've worked full-time, I've interned, and now I work for myself, so it's been lots of different experiences and kind of scenarios. I've had different groups of friends, people come, they leave. I've been single here, I'm now in a relationship here. I've kind of been through a gubbet, and trust me, I know I have so much more to go through, and I do plan on staying here for another while, at least another 3 years. So I know that I've lots more to learn, but I wanted to just kind of go through what I have learned so far. It's a big range of things, some quite like positive and some are like the bad stuff that, you know, you learn lessons from everything that you do, and I feel like everything that I kind of talk about here today you'll hopefully gain something from. And even if you never even want to move to New York or it's like not in your plans, I think you might find some of these things funny. Or even if you're moving to a whole other city, I think these might apply as well. So I've written down some of the main ones, so I'm gonna get right into it now. Okay, so the first section is the 10 things I've learned about living in a city like New York and kind of the true things about New York City. Okay, number 1, stay away from Times Square and Penn Station at all costs unless you really have to. Number 2, it's okay to get lost. And in fact, when you get lost, that sometimes is the time that you find all the best places, so it is okay to get lost. Number 3, you need to learn how to walk fast. Trust me on this one, even if you're a slow walker, you will soon change that. Number 4, at one stage or many stages of your time here, you will cry in public, and it is okay. You will cry on the subway, you will cry walking down the street, beneath those sunglasses will be tears streaming down your face, and that is normal. It's happened to me, it's happened to all my friends, it's just part of living here. Number 5, you will have either cockroach or mice in your apartment, and if you don't, you're very lucky. I'm gonna just tell you that. Everyone goes through it. It is so horrible. It has happened to me. It is probably the worst experience I've had here, and you think, oh, it's just mice or cockroach, but it literally affects your whole life and you question why on earth you moved here. But I promise you, you'll get through it. You'll learn tips and tricks. Go to Rainbow, they have the best selection of stuff to get rid of them. Get onto your landlord, get an exterminator, and you'll be fine. Number 6, it is okay to move here by yourself. A lot of people ask me this, and yes, it's a daunting city, and yes, there's millions of people here, but within those millions of people are other people who've moved here by themselves. And you know what? It's probably a good thing to move here by yourself. You go out of your comfort zone, you make those friends that you might have made if you came here with your boyfriend or with other friends from home, and I would totally recommend doing it. Number 7, it is not like the movies. You do not walk down the street for 40 blocks in your 6-inch heels. You bring the heels in your bag and you wear your flats to where you have to go, and then you change before you go in. Trust me on that one. Number 8, I love New York, and New York is the best city to live in my opinion, but you need to get out of here every now and again. Whether it's a day trip upstate, whether it's a weekend in the Hamptons, whether it's a quick trip to Miami that you got last minute as a good deal, you need to get out of here every now and again. I say you need to get out of here every 4 or 5 months. Some people say every 3 months, every 6 weeks. It just depends. You need to get out of here that when you come back you realize that you love it again. Number 9, people are nicer than you think. I think when people think of New York, they think of crazy, rushed, competitive people living here, and to an extent that's very true, but people are also very helpful, because I think anyone who's moved here has gone through the struggle. They've gone through the job hunt, they've gone through the apartment hunt, they know how hard it is, so they're willing to help you. So don't underestimate people. You know, when you stop that guy in the street for directions, he more than likely will give them to you. And if you email a person that you kind of know through a friend of a friend of a friend, if they have any idea of a job, more than likely they will also help you. So don't be afraid to ask. People are actually very nice here. And number 10, everyone here has a story, and trust me when I say that anything can happen. If you're sitting in Starbucks drinking your coffee, reading your book, don't shy away from having a conversation with that girl next to you who's on the phone talking business, because that woman could be a CEO of a company that you would absolutely love to work with someday. Everyone here has a story. Don't underestimate people, and anything can happen. And I have learned that in so many amazing ways here, and to be honest, in my experience, it's the best part about New York. A better day is always around the corner. So even if you're having the worst day of your life today in New York, or last week was the worst week of your life, trust that the good days are coming, and that one quick thing can change everything. If you're good to New York will be good to you. To end it all, I want to just share 3 of the life lessons, like general life lessons, that New York, by living here, has taught me. Number 1 is that whatever is for you will not pass you. When I moved here first, I had different jobs that I were hoping that was going to sponsor me on a visa, and I was working with a PR company, and I gave them all my visa papers and was ready to sign off and get my visa signed off and start my job with the PR company, and bam, the whole thing fell through the floor. They weren't able to sign me off for some reason in the company, and there I was with no job. And looking back, I'm so glad that happened. I'm so glad that I didn't stay with that company at the time, because I think at the time I was just so desperate to get a job that I didn't even really know if I loved the job. But by that, like, not working out, it led me to another job which was a million times better. So whatever is for you won't pass you. So if you move to New York or any city and you're hit with disappointment after disappointment, trust that it's all happening for a reason. I know that saying is so cliche and some people don't really believe in it, but I do. I think that whatever is happening along your kind of journey is all happening for a reason, and more so than ever, I learned that when I moved here to New York. So if you do come here, or if you're planning on coming here, give things a chance, trust that journey, and every single thing happens for a reason. And the next thing, New York has taught me the importance of having real friends. You literally will go nowhere in life without having real friends. I am so appreciative of the girls I'm friends with here in New York, and the guys, and I truly don't believe that I'd still be here 3 years later without them. Having that support system wherever you are in the world, if you're at home, if you're moved to a new place, just work really hard to find that group that you can just rely on and trust, and when you find them, you will appreciate them so much. And I think in New York, like, they're the kind of people that you call when you have mice or you call when your boss is being an absolute pain, or you're broke, and like all these different things. You need those people here just to call, and they're going through the exact same things as you, and that's why they understand you. And of course you have your real friends at home, so if you move away, your friends are at home or they're in a different place, and you're still, that's a whole different friendship. But the friends you have when you move to a new city like New York are friends that it's hard to explain, but you really need them, because they understand exactly what is going on. So find that group of friends, and it'll be as if you knew them forever. The last life lesson New York has taught me is to start before you're ready. Whatever it is you're thinking about here, whatever it is you're thinking about doing, if you're thinking about moving here, do it before you're even ready. Don't think about it too much, just dive in, because it's the kind of city that you can dive in, and you might sink for a little while and you might have a mental breakdown but you'll rise up. Everything has a way of working out here, and it's just the city where it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you've come from, doesn't matter your background, your education, your experience, you can come here and do so well. And honestly, you can have the best year or whatever it is of your life here. And that's why I love New York, and that's why I'm still here 3 years later, and that's why I'm sitting here doing this video. Because anyone who's watching this video and you're thinking about coming to New York, or you've just moved here and you're 6 months in and you're like, what the hell am I doing? I hope this video has like convinced you that it's genuinely the best place to be. And yes, it's hard, and yes, there's bad days, but there's also good days and there's great days. And personally, I think it's the best city in the world to live in. And even if you never get a chance to live here, be sure to come visit. I sound like I'm like working for New York City. I wish, but definitely visit the place. It has an energy like no other. The people are just so unique, and helpful and compassionate and competitive and all, they're everything, but that's what makes it a great city. And I really hope this video has given you some tips and tricks and some inspiration. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here because I've tried to sneeze about 4 times between filming the last clip and this clip, so I need to go and like lie down now and try and get rid of this cold. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, I hope it provided even a tiny little bit of help for you or inspiration, or even if you're never thinking about moving to New York, I hope it kind of showed you about my experiences here and I guess why I do love it so much. Like loads of you ask me, Erika, why do you live in New York? Why didn't you stay at home in Ireland? Why didn't you move to London? What's so great about New York? And I hope that video kind of shows you exactly why I do love it here, and I hope you'll continue to watch the videos. I'd love to do some more New York videos, so let me know if you'd like to see any more specific ones like Q&As or things a little bit more specific. This is kind of like a general overall one, just kind of sharing my experiences and my lessons learned. So let me know in the comments below what else you'd like to see, and as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!